Oh, you lovely, lovely people. As you can see, the sea's a little bit choppy from the typhoon that we had. Never mind, it is what it is. That's not the video. The video is going to be about slander on YouTube, or anywhere for that matter. Like cyber bullying is what I'd say. And Mike's Philippine retirement. He's been having a lot of stick from this guy, and he's decided to file a case because it's easy for, I mean, I say it, you know, kind of ignore the trolls, but it's difficult, people. It really is. It's difficult enough making content, never mind putting up with derogatory and, you know, defamation of character, really, because these trolls who troll us, me included, people who troll me, they don't know us. They don't know us from Adam. They only know us at face value for our YouTube channels and the content we put up. Now, I know Mike is had enough, because the guy's done 14 plus derogatory videos of him. Okay, now what I would like to say here is, say what you want about me, okay, but you got to leave my family out of it. And when you start making horrible remarks about someone's family, wife, kids, that's below the belt, isn't it? You know, that's the lowest of the low. You don't know that wife. You know, people barely know me on YouTube, apart from the people that I've met. But it's all well and good people saying, ignore the trolls, ignore them. It's difficult. It is difficult, and especially the same ones who keep time and time again. Now, for the ones who troll the channels and leave remarks or comments on the channels, that's okay, because you can hide their comments. But when they make videos about you, what's totally not true, and bringing you down, and more so bringing your family down, now that is below the belt. And I don't blame Mike for doing what he's doing. I really don't, and I hope he's successful in doing this. I don't know, I mean, I know how to go about it, but and the $1,000 to, you know, to file a lawsuit for cyber libel, you know, for cyber bullying, basically, I would imagine that's just the start, because to file a case, you're just filing the case, then it's got to go to court. Well, you're going to have to start paying lawyers and attorneys and whoever you have to pay, and I would imagine it's going to run into a lot of money. But when you've got somebody, I'll show you that again, look. But, you know, before I continue, I will say there was twice I went out when it was like that on my little boat, and I mean, it wasn't as bad as that when I went out, but it got like that when I was already out there. And my little bum was doing this, people, in this little banker boat. It was, and I was flat out, and I was sidestepping the waves, because if you go head onto them, you know, you're just going to do a wheelie. So you've got to read the waves, and I did it successfully, but I certainly wouldn't do it again. Fishing in that kind of conditions is not good. It's just not good. So I don't go out when it's like that. So, getting back to Mike's Philippine retirement. Money is not an object when you're trying to protect your family. And I would do the same. I would, seriously. People can say what they want about me. Yes, and it is derogatory sometimes, but like I said, if they say it on my channel, I can just hide and delete that user. But when they start to, you know, specifically make videos that is totally defamation of character and slander and derogatory. Listen, the way that I see it is, anyone who's got like an issue with a YouTuber, then send them an email. You don't have to air your dirty laundry so everyone can see it. You know, YouTube is entertainment. Yes, drama is the clicks. Drama is clicks, people. You know, good stories don't get many clicks. It's the same as newspapers when there used to be them. And you know, the media. Nobody wants to know, or no one is interested in good news. People are interested in drama and bad news, and that's what gets the clicks. So that's what people do. You know, they make. I'm just looking out there because there is a shawl. I can see them. You won't be able to see them. Over there is a shawl of what they call here sambagon. We call them bonito or skipjack tuna. Over there, breaking the surface after the bait fish. There's someone fishing here, boy fishing here. Because this is when it's like this, people, it's good to beach fish because all of the bait, all of the food is all being churned up and the big fish come in for them. So now is good for beach fishing. But I'm having a day out with my family. My family is in town at the moment. I thought I'd come down and make this video. So when someone is constantly making bad comments on their channel about you, I would do the same. I would, honestly. And I wouldn't care what it cost, as long as I got a result at the end of it. Because say what you want about me. Say what you want. It's up to you. Having a YouTube channel and having people make bad remarks about you is part and parcel of the show. It is. It goes with the territory. Like it or not, it goes with the territory. There's nothing what we can do about that. But like I said, when someone is constantly making videos and putting them out there for the public to see, it's not on. It's not on. Nobody should be laundering their dirty washing and doing what they're doing, especially if it's not true. But even if it is true, you know, sort the problems out with the person personally. Nobody's interested. Well, they are actually. That's why people do it. But me personally, I'm not interested in other people's business. What other people do is their business. Nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with me. And now that this has happened, because I don't know why, but many vloggers have got things against the vloggers in Dumageddon. They have, you know, there's a lot of vloggers who cuss Dumageddon off. I've not been there, but even if I had been there and didn't like it, I wouldn't cuss the place off. I just simply wouldn't do it. It's not the way I'm built, but unfortunately everyone isn't built in the same way. So Mike, I mean, if you're watching this video, I wish you all the best, my friend. I really do, and I hope you have a successful ending to this, and you know, you draw some closure to these people who keep making shitty comments about you. And I have some shitty videos made about me, but it's only about me. There was one time one said, oh, look at Stephen's poor wife, you know, having to live in the province, having to live in the jungle. Listen, that was her choice. It wasn't mine. She wanted to live where she lives and she loves that. So as far as we're concerned, it's not an hardship because that's where my wife wanted to live. She comes from the mountains, for goodness sake. She doesn't like the cities. It's like today, we are now in the city. She can't wait to get out of it. She can't wait to get back home. But there's a brownout all day from 8 this morning till 5 p.m. And we were going to go into McDonald's or somewhere like that. All the eateries with aircon are packed because everyone's out of their houses and eating where there's aircon. So we've shit out on that. So say what you want about me. I would imagine Mike would think the same. You know, say what you want about him, but when you start bringing families into it, now that's below the belt, and that's the lowest of the low. And it hurts. It deeply hurts. I know how Mike is feeling. I know how he's feeling, and I don't blame him for doing what he's doing. And no doubt Mike has enough finances, probably shitloads of finances, to take this as far as it needs to go to get a resolve. And I don't blame him. I really don't blame him. Look over there. Ooh. Over there, sorry people. Over there is the ship that leaves to Cebu. Now that would normally be gone, but because of the treacherous conditions, all of the ferries are locked in the ports here and in Cebu. So yeah, and I think there's a lot of people trapped where they are. So yeah, but Mike, listen, my friend, I've never met you. I've watched quite a bit of your content, and Old Dog, you know, and people make geography videos of Old Dog. It seems to be channels that are successful or have a lot of subscribers and views. That's who these channels pick on. Like Sunshine Shoulders, I watched a bit of his content as well. People make bad comments about him. Now, if you've got something bad to say, do a private email or something like that if you're going to air something out, but not airing it out on social media. Now, because Mike is doing this, which I'm pleased he is, this might, especially if it's like successful, no matter how long it takes, I think you'll see it to the end, it might change the ball game for bloggers like myself who get channels making shitty remarks about me and us, people that do it. So I hope, Mike, that you're successful in this, and I might send you a private email if you don't mind, further on in the case, just to see what's happening, you know, and because I would imagine you won't be allowed to actually put on the case online, because it'll be, I would imagine it'll have a kind of like a stipulation where you've got to keep things to yourself until the case has been resolved one way or the other. But I wish you all the best, my friend. I really, really do. And I hope the vloggers out there that are thinking about making geography videos can maybe think twice before doing it. Look, everyone's here. All of us vloggers are here because we like to do it. We like to do it, and we try and give good advice. I try and give good advice. I know I'm not right all the time. I might not be right 3/4 of the time, but I'm only saying to you what I know. I'm just giving you the facts of what I've been told or through my experience. Now, I could be wrong in some instances, but that doesn't mean to say I'm giving out false information. It just means to say I've got it wrong. And anyone that can put me right, I really appreciate that. Put me right. Send me a comment so everyone can see and say, Stephen, you're wrong about this, but blah blah. And some do, and thank you very much for that. Because I'm still learning here. I've been here for 8.5 years, but I'm still learning. I'm still learning about the Philippines. I don't think I'll ever learn everything there is to know about the Philippines, because there's just so much. It's just so different. You know, it really is, and that's the beauty about it, isn't it? It's every day's different. And you might think every day's the same for you, Stephen, you live in the jungle. Every day is different. It really is. Different things happen. Different things occur. It's different all the time. When I was in England, it was like Groundhog Day, where I was working in the same place. I was getting up the same time every morning, the same routine, which some people like. I don't. And every day was the same. It was the same, because there was nothing there that was exciting me anymore. There was nothing in England that was taking my fancy to think, oh, do you know what? I love this place. It just wasn't happening. And it wasn't happening for a long time. For years. Even when I was in my early 40s, I was kind of getting the notion to get out of England. But at that time, I couldn't afford it, and my 2 sons were too young, especially my second son, for me to leave. You know, like, I wanted him to finish his schooling and, you know, get himself a job, you know, before I left anywhere, and to be old enough, which he is. But many vloggers try and give the best advice as we can being here, and we try and keep some things entertaining. You know, when I get out there fishing, that's going to be entertaining, especially when it gets rough, because it will get rough and there will be some hairy times. I'm out there fishing on my boat, and you'll hear it in my voice. You'll hear it in my voice. My little heart is pounding 10 to the dozen, pretending I'm not, but I will be. I haven't been out on my boat now for quite some time, and I can't wait to get out. Not like that, of course, but I'll give you a little look. Can you see? Bit rough, lads, isn't it? A little bit rough. By the way, Dipolog has got the longest boulevard, I think, in the Philippines. I think definitely in Zamboanga del Norte, but I think in the whole of the Philippines. It just goes on and on and on. Beautiful. It's called Sunset Boulevard, if you wanted to know, and the reason being is because the sun sets over the sea. Beautiful it is when you at the right time. 5:30, 5:45. Beautiful. All the sky's red, the sea, the reflection of the clouds in the sea. It's beautiful. But that being said, people, I'm going to go now, so let's all wish Mike the best. Let's hope, even if you don't like him, let's wish him the best, that he successfully gets a positive outcome from the cyber libel case. I sincerely hope he does, and I know he's got a lot of followers and a lot of people who love him, and you'll be wishing him the best as well. Of course there's going to be people who think, he's not going to file a case, it's not going to end well, it's going to end in tears. Look, if you don't try, you don't know, and at least he's doing something about it. Fair play to you, my dear friend. I hope it works out. And that being said, I'm going to turn it around one more time. What's happening here? And I'm going to say, oh look, here is where they come in from the fish in with a little banker boats, and they sell the fish here in these little shanty, I call them shanty huts, but they all along here, and all of this used to be full of them, but now no, because the government have moved them on and they've relocated them in houses so that they can finish off this boulevard. Because these people here, believe it or not, they are squatters, so they have no legal right to be here, and if the government really wanted to, they could just turf them off and not give them anything, but they were giving them 10,000 pesos and giving them a concrete house to live in, all together, you know, like in these locations. So the government were pretty kind to them, really. But yeah, that's what happens here. So people, I'm going to go back up because my son's in the play park with my wife, and I'm going to go up there and spend a bit of time, and then I'm going to go and I've been getting my watch fixed as well. You know, it's like a kinetic watch, and it packed up a little while ago, and I never got it fixed, so I took it to I don't know if I took it to the right place or not, but it's one of these it's one of these people on the side of the road who says I fix watches. But he reckons he can do it. So I've got to go back after lunch. I don't know if I've done the right thing, because it's quite an expensive watch. It's a watch that my father left me, but I think it just needs cleaning, and that's what the guy said, it just needs cleaning. So we will see. I will keep you informed of the progress of one of my father's heirlooms, because here in the Philippines I've never seen a decent place to take your watches to get fixed. It's these, I don't know if I've done the right thing, but we will see, we will see. I said to him, don't take anything apart. If it just needs cleaning, clean it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So we'll see. Anyway people, thank you so much. One last little look at that rubbish along here, and I will catch you laters. Thank you people, take good care, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.